Former U.S. intelligence contractor Edward Snowden has sworn an oath of allegiance to Russia and has received a Russian passport.
I'm that whistleblower who leaked top-secret documents about the government surveillance of Americans.
In two major Russian gas pipelines to Europe are the result of sabotage. Nord Stream 1 and 2, which carry supplies onto the Baltic Sea, aren't currently operational but do still contain gas.
The name Edward Snowden has become synonymous with one of the most significant whistleblowing incidents in modern history. He shook the world by revealing shocking information about the United States National Security Agency's surveillance tactics. However, Snowden hasn't stopped there, and he's now made another bold claim. This time, it's about something that has intrigued and puzzled people for decades: UFOs. What could he have to say about these mysterious objects that have fascinated and frightened people for so long? What has he uncovered? Is there something that we don't know? Join us in today's video to find out. Edward Snowden is a former intelligence officer and whistleblower who exposed the extent of the United States government's surveillance programs. In 2013, he leaked classified documents to journalists, revealing that the government was collecting data on millions of American citizens without their knowledge or consent. Snowden's actions sparked a global debate on privacy and government surveillance, and he became one of the most divisive figures in modern history. While some hailed him as a hero for his bravery in exposing government secrets, others saw him as a traitor who endangered national security. Snowden's revelations shed light on the inner workings of the intelligence community and sparked important conversations about the balance between national security and individual privacy. His actions led to sweeping changes in US surveillance policy, and he continues to be an important voice in the ongoing debate over government surveillance and privacy rights. Despite facing charges of espionage and theft of government property, Snowden has remained committed to his cause and continues to speak out about government overreach and the need for greater transparency and accountability. However, one of Edward Snowden's recent revelations is that the government has been dishonest about the unidentified objects that have been taken out by jets. Snowden took to social media to express his opinion, stating that these objects are not extraterrestrial in nature. Instead, he believes that they are simply a tool used by the government to create a sense of panic and distract reporters from more important issues, such as budgets and bombings. According to journalists, the mainstream media has overlooked the issue of Nord Stream and the role of the United States in it. According to climate scientists, the recent methane explosion at the Nord Stream gas pipelines is a severe and irresponsible release of greenhouse gas emissions. If it was an intentional act, it could be considered an environmental crime. The Danish military reported that the largest gas leak created a disturbance spanning 1 kilometre in diameter, while the smallest leak caused a circle of roughly 200 metres. The Nord Stream gas pipelines have been a subject of tension between Russia and Europe recently. Moscow has been accused of weaponizing gas supplies to gain sanctions relief, particularly in the light of their actions in Ukraine. While most Western governments have refrained from directly accusing Russia, the Kremlin has blamed the West for the situation. President Joe Biden recently condemned the Nord Stream pipeline blasts as a deliberate act of sabotage and pledged to work with allies to determine the cause. Coming back to Edward Snowden, he is known for revealing some of the most shocking secrets of the US government. One of the most significant revelations he made was that governments worldwide have reduced citizens' dignity to that of tagged animals and have complete control over every aspect of our lives. Snowden's claim is a frightening one that raises serious questions about the extent of government surveillance and control. The former NSA contractor was able to smuggle out highly classified files from a secure facility, exposing the US government's illegal surveillance practices on its own citizens. However, Snowden's heroic act didn't go unpunished. The FBI labelled him as dishonest and potentially linked to foreign governments such as China or Russia, making him a fugitive from justice. However, the recent reports of unidentified objects in national airspace have caused confusion and speculation about what these aircraft could be. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has confirmed recording 4 mysterious aircraft, 2 of which were taken down by the US military in national airspace and another over Canadian territory. Former military workers have made connections between these aircraft and those encountered by pilots in 2004. These pilots reported that the aircraft they intercepted did not resemble conventional planes, had no visible wings or propulsion systems, and defied explanation. In recent years, more pilots have come forward with similar encounters, leading officials to question where these mysterious aircraft could be coming from. This has caused concerns among officials who are questioning the nature and origin of these strange aircraft. Government officials have also been discussing the enigmatic balloons that have been appearing in national airspace. The White House has released a statement acknowledging that the so-called spy balloons may not have been spying after all. The conflicting reports and news coverage have caused confusion among the public, making it difficult to determine exactly what was intercepted by the pilot. It seems as though there may be intentional efforts to cloud the situation, with different reports emerging every other day. This only adds to the confusion and makes it more challenging to uncover the truth. Some have even suggested that the reporting of the event is a mess, and it's challenging to discern what's really happening. Adding to the complexity is the fact that the objects were taken down over inaccessible terrain, and no one has come forward to claim responsibility for them. As a result, officials have stated that they may never be able to identify these mysterious objects. The White House's national security spokesperson, John Kirby, couldn't confirm the true nature of the mysterious object encountered by pilots, as it remains unrecovered. Kirby expressed his wish to uncover the details of the incident, but he acknowledged the difficulties in identifying something that hasn't been found yet. However, people are questioning the validity of some reports that seem to contradict each other. On one hand, some pilots describe these objects as wingless, while others suggest that they could be $12 balloons. This inconsistency has led to speculation that President Biden's response may have been an overreaction, considering that the missile used to take down the object was worth over $400,000. Some believe that the truth is being withheld because if it turns out to be a mere balloon, there will be a lot of frustrated individuals. Some insiders have revealed that these unknown aircraft are not a figment of our imagination, but rather a real threat that the military is taking seriously. These mysterious crafts have been spotted in secure airspace where they seem to be taking a keen interest in our most sensitive areas. Military planes have been scrambled to investigate, but the unidentified objects are often too quick and disappear without a trace. But this is not a new phenomenon. Imagine working for the US Air Force and capturing footage of a rocket launch, only to realize that there was something else in the frame that you couldn't explain. That's exactly what happened to Robert Jacobs back in 1964. While filming the Atlas rocket, he noticed a saucer-shaped object that flew in and fired a beam of light at the warhead, causing it to malfunction. Despite being ordered to keep quiet about it, Jacobs went on live television to share what he had seen, confirming the existence of highly advanced aircraft that pose a real threat. It's no wonder that sightings of these mysterious objects have become the stuff of science fiction. When it comes to sightings of UFOs, people often think of classic flying saucers and high-tech gadgets straight out of a sci-fi movie. But there's a whole other category of sightings that are even more mysterious: ghost rockets. These sightings describe weird, unexplainable aircraft that don't match up with any known designs and seem to be imbued with otherworldly powers. Surprisingly, some of the earliest and most frequent reports of these ghost rockets didn't come from the US, but from Scandinavia in the early 1940s. Residents across Sweden, Denmark, and Norway were left dumbfounded as they witnessed unidentified flying objects that defied the laws of physics. Dubbed as ghost rockets, these silent hovering apparitions took on a range of shapes, from cigar-shaped to blimp-shaped, with some measuring more than 60 meters in length. Witnesses often described them as ghostly apparitions, as they appeared out of nowhere and vanished into thin air, leaving onlookers in awe. These ghost rockets seemed to glow in different colors and showcased abilities that defied all known aircraft technology of the time, zooming off at incredibly violent speeds and hovering without a sound. By February 26, 1946, more than 2,000 sightings had been documented, with over 200 of them later verified by radar intelligence from military bases. Skeptics claimed they were just meteor showers, but the sightings occurred during times that didn't match up with known meteoric behaviors. Witnesses described the rockets as being able to change direction and maneuver in ways that defied explanation. While some dismissed the sightings as natural phenomena, the Swedish military believed they posed a real threat to national security. In fact, military reports suggest that the Ghost rockets could be experimental craft created by captured German missiles launched from a nearby facility. However, some researchers believe these reports were just a cover-up for the intelligence gathered on the rockets, leading to further cover-up attempts in the name of national security. The world remains a mysterious and fascinating place, with countless unexplained phenomena yet to be fully understood. Whether it's the reported sightings of ghost rockets in Scandinavia, or the curious revelations made by Edward Snowden about the government's involvement with UFOs, there are still many questions to be answered. As technology advances and our understanding of the universe expands, we can only hope to uncover more secrets of the cosmos and our own planet. One thing is for sure, however, the human thirst for knowledge and the desire to uncover the truth will always drive us forward in our quest for answers. Who knows what other incredible discoveries are waiting to be made just around the corner. Now let's hear what you have to say about these revelations made by Edward Snowden in the comments below.